What's up, everybody? It's your boy. I thought I'd give you guys a general opinion on Outlast 2. This is not a review, for it is just my opinion. But with Outlast, I beat the first Outlast about a couple weeks ago, and then I beat Whistleblower. And about a week after that, the second one came out, and I bought the second one and I beat it. And I just thought I'd give some insight, for me at least, because the whole series of Outlast pretty took me by surprise. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, but it's actually grown on me a lot. But with Outlast 2, I will say that I do enjoy the first one more than the second one. Not that the second one is a bad game. There are just things in the first one that I thought clicked with me more than in the second one. But I guess with Outlast 2, I'll start with the theme and story. The story, it's just another story of you are trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, and shit happens, and then all of a sudden everything's trying to kill you. I won't do any spoilers, but you play as a guy named Blake Langerman, and you are with his wife, Lynn Langerman, and you guys are trying to find out what the fuck happened to a chick who was pregnant and got killed in the woods. So you guys go to the woods in a helicopter. The helicopter something happens, and the helicopter goes down, and all of a sudden you find yourself in this fucking desert with a bunch of crazy people. The big thing about this game is that its theme and story is that it's focused around like radical Christians, and it pretty much gives like this vibe of like religion and things like that, which is one of the things that I guess kind of threw me off a little bit. And on top of that, it also has to deal with this like paranormal-esque feel to it. The story was okay, but I did enjoy the first one because to me the first one was more centered in reality to a degree, because it mostly focused around, okay, this is what happens when you fuck with science and shit like that. In this game, it's pretty obvious that you're like hallucinating and you don't know what's there. What's cool though is that you know that this game takes place in the same universe as the original one, and if you're familiar with the lore, you'll know that what happened in Outlast is happening to all these people in this village in the second game. I won't spoil anything, but there comes to a point in the story where you say to yourself, okay, why the fuck am I saving this chick if I just found out that she's doing some shady shit behind my back? Basically, that's what it made me feel like. And they don't exactly do a good job of explaining what's going on too much. I don't know if maybe they'll explain this in a later DLC or whatever, but the ending to me was kind of, I don't know, it was just kind of like I said, it didn't exactly, it basically just didn't explain what the fuck was going on. But I'll leave it at that. The next thing I'll talk about is, I guess, gameplay upgrades. This game is a lot harder than the first one because, number one, your batteries run out a lot quicker because this gameplay element is added to where you can switch on the microphone and the camera and listen to your environments. And if you have that on top of your night vision, that drains your batteries like a motherfucker. So with that, you have to be more conservative with your batteries. You have to heal yourself now, and also your stamina when you run, it goes down. It's not like in the first Outlast where you can just run for fucking hours, basically. Which I guess is cool. I do enjoy the increased difficulty. I enjoy the increased challenge of, shit going wrong, and oh fuck, now I'm stuck in this fucking patch of dirt with no batteries. I can't fucking see shit. But at the same time, the whole another problem arises with whenever you're trying to run, this fool does not know how to fucking run. He just fucking stands there, which is kind of annoying, but that's just a little minor gripe on my part. In terms of content, it is pretty. The game itself, for the price, I guess would say is pretty worth it. But at the same time, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's worth I wouldn't say that it's worth $30 to me. I would say to wait until it's on sale, but even then, the game is maybe about 10 to 12 hours long if you play it in one sitting. But with me in horror games like this, you kind of are forced to play in one sitting necessarily because with me when I play really story driven games like that, whenever I put the game down for a little bit and I pick it back up, I don't know what the fuck's going on, and then now you're just like, oh shit, I haven't played this game in like 3 or 4 days. Like, oh fuck, where do I go? What do I do? Like, and then the next thing you know, you're getting fucking massacred by, you know, things with fucking 6 dicks or some shit. But the length, for what it's worth, is still a pretty good game. You'll still get a lot of enjoyment out of it, and I think that for the story of it, you'll play it for that. It is basically the first one, just upgraded a little bit. There's no combat. You have to run and hide, and that's always been the basis of Outlast. In terms of, I guess, one thing that I found that was interesting about it is how the game itself will literally make you feel like you're going crazy. Not because it's a fucked up game and, you know, it's not gonna fucking haunt your dreams, but after beating it, I had this feeling of, damn, this shit really fucking, like, made me feel pretty weird. Just because, in terms of, like graphical content that's in the game itself, you'll see some pretty disturbing shit, and you'll be like, oh shit, this is kind of ugh, and it leaves this kind of gross feeling in your stomach, and it pretty much is you're recording a dude's fucking breakdown, which is pretty savage. So, but I thought that was pretty cool. The graphics themselves look amazing. I know that on the PS4 version it has the PS4 Plus thing. You turn it on and it looks fucking phenomenal. But you know, the textures, the lighting, the environment, the sound, everything just looks fantastic. I think that's one of the big things too. The first game was still it still looked like it could have, you know, the first one was still pretty good, but for the time that it came out. But this game the second one really blows that shit out of the water. I guess overall, Outlast 2 is a good game. The only thing that I disliked about it was, I guess, the theme and the story. That was pretty much the only thing that I disliked about it. Other than that, everything else was still pretty good. I still wouldn't recommend buying it full price, to me personally. I would probably wait till it goes on sale. But yeah. So that was my general opinion on Outlast 2. So, thanks.